The Rival staff weapon is a full auto flywheel blaster that shoots rival rounds. So what makes this unique is that the magazine, the storage for your ammo, runs down the entire shaft of the blaster. So it holds 75 rounds through this shaft. All right, to load the blaster, there's an access port on the top, and then you twist this port, the cap comes off, and you drop your rounds in the hole, and then they roll down in here, cutting that off. And then you put the cap on it and close it off here. And then to shoot the blaster, to fire it off, you've got two triggers on this control pod in the middle. The bottom trigger right here revs the blaster. The top trigger fires it. So if you take and set this up here, rev it with that trigger, and shoots off the rival rounds. So how this thing works is effectively it was a fairly simple mechanism. And it starts off down here at the bottom. It has a blower fan. The purpose of this blower fan is to move the rival rounds up the staff to the top and put pressure on them so that they're in a position to feed. And then in the top here, there is a control wheel that turns, and that pushes the rival rounds out. So as the air is coming up, this stops the rounds from coming out too fast. And when the control wheel turns, the control wheel does that. And then as it turns, it pulls the flywheels through the mechanism into the flywheel cage. And this features 3 flywheels. This build right here, the Rival staff weapon, has the Worker, the newer version of the Worker flywheels. The effective crush is like a 43.5 mil, and it has 3 motors, 3 flywheels. It's running Fang revamped motors for the flywheels, and a Out-of-Darts Kraken for the pusher motor. Pushing the whole, putting the whole thing through there causes the rounds to go up. They hit the flywheels, counter spins them backwards, and they go out. So one other thing I want to go over on this blaster before we take it out and do a firing demo, and also do a set this thing over the chronograph to get some results on how the chronograph numbers are going, is the battery access. So the battery access is down here on the bottom. It's got a battery covered door, sits over the top right there, locks in like this, and then you just, and I'm going to mesh this up and drop it. I'll just put it in, I'll just finger tighten it in a little bit here. That tightens that right there, and that's how you hold your battery. And it holds a fairly decent size 2S or 3S LiPo. I've been running this on 3S, and the performance the shots that I'm going to do here in a minute are going to be on a 3S. It will run on a 2S or a 3S LiPo, depending on what performance you want. 2S, you get a little slower shot, a little slower rate of fire. 3S, you get the faster shot, the faster rate of fire. So yeah, let's take this thing out and shoot it, and then put it over top of the chronograph. So as you can see, the performance on this thing is impressive, both in velocity and FPS and in the rate of fire. It is a beast. Just completely unloads on your opponents. So anyways, let's go over. This is Rival staff weapon, loading port, battery, blower fan, control pod, and then the flywheel and firing mechanism up top. Thanks for watching.